Hi, Dr. Aslan. I just want to say thank you for being such a nice guy. You've always been so cordial with everything you've asked me to do, and any secretary will tell you that's greatly appreciated. I wish you, Gloria, James, and the cat a very happy retirement, and you still have to come see us sometime, but I wish you well.
Well, although I never had the distinct honor of actually taking a class under Dr. Aslan, his reputation always preceded him in the best possible way. And I truly do consider myself blessed to have attended this university and been a part of this department during what can only be referred to as a golden era, when such wonderful professors like Dr. Aslan were among the faculty and staff. And although we're losing one of the best, I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone when I say we wish him nothing but the best.
It's been Tarleton State, Midwestern, North Texas, TCU. You looked all around Texas and finally came across Gloria at TCU, huh? And you told her you were a first-year student there, which wasn't, I mean, it was true. And Gloria was also a first-year student, a girl from New Jersey that you met there at TCU. You finished up there, then went over to Texas Wesleyan to teach a while. And Bub Taylor kind of heard about you, got you to come over here to East Texas State at the time, and you got here about 6 months before Dr. Bedgood. The department was kind of in a upheaval then, and was trying to get put back together. I know Dr. Bedgood, when he first came, had problems with a lady that thought it was more important to do her hair than to come to faculty meetings, and a gentleman that kind of showed up intoxicated for some of his classes. Dr. Bedgood straightened that out, started a dress code, and shortly after that, leisure suits came in. I know when I came here in '75, leisure suits were the hit. You could go into class, didn't require a tie with those, slip off your coat, and there you went. But it's been great being here with you, Bill. I think you are a great advocate for the department, and you have been a great advocate for the department, very passionate about what goes on here. And I'm wishing you and Gloria and James a real good retirement, and I wish you the best. And also, Bill, if you ever lose your keys, let me know. I'll try to find them for you.
Hi, Bill. Congratulations for your retirement. I still remember when you came, when I just came 2 years ago, and you helped me to find houses in Commerce. I really appreciate. You made a great support to the department and helped me to settle down and give me advices, and I really appreciate. I also appreciate your dedication and contribution to the department. So you are a very, helpful, and I really, really appreciate. Well, I hope you will enjoy your retirement. I am very happy you can come every day to the department, and so hope you enjoy the retirement.
Hello, Bill. Congratulations on your retirement. I'm sorry I can't come to the party, but I have to tell this one story. One night, Bill and Gloria went to a local bar or pub, whatever it was, where they were having a wet T-shirt contest. Now, they went as spectators, not as participants. But after it was over, Gloria made the comment, "Well, I really couldn't see very well." And Bill said, "Oh, I could see great." She said, "Yes, Bill, but you were standing on the table." Congratulations, and may you have many happy years of retirement. I highly recommend it. Bye.
Dr. Aslan, we're really going to miss you. You have so many contributions to the math department. My funniest story about you is when I was about 19 years old and an undergraduate, I came to a breakfast and you told one of your funny jokes. I had brought my then boyfriend at the time who was not a math person, and your joke was that your wife had made you pork chops and a big spread, and you had said, "Honey, I love you, infinity," and then the next night she had made you a steak and potatoes and bread, and you'd said, "Honey, I love you, infinity plus one." And then the third night she made you hamburgers, and you said, "Honey, I still love you, but I love you, infinity minus one." And you said, and she got mad, and but I told her they're all the same thing. And that was the last time I ever got anyone to come with me to a math breakfast. They didn't appreciate the joke, but I did. I still remember it this many years later. So you're going to be very much missed, and I wish you luck in your retirement.
I spent the better part of 3 days trying to figure out what I was going to say to you in this video, and I ended up speechless, which is not a good thing to be, because you really are the kind of person that's impossible to describe. So let me say this, you are the kindest, sweetest, most dedicated teacher I've ever known in my life, and that is the highest praise I can give. I also have to do one anecdote, and I don't know if you remember this or not, but the first Christmas I was here, you came by with a rather extravagant box of chocolate. And I said, I can't accept this, I'm the dean. And you threw back your head and laughed and said, no, Mr. Dean, it's not for you, it's for your daughter. Touché. Thank you, Bill.
Dr. Aslan, Bill, when I first came here and became a member of this department as a lowly adjunct, you treated me as a regular member of the staff, and it's always been that way, and I value your friendship highly. Always have, always will remember you.
Hi, Bill. I was asked to say a few words about you, and whenever I thought about you, I thought about how selfless you are for the department. Everything you do sets a great example for the newer faculty coming up, and I appreciate it, and I hope one day I can be like you.
When I arrived at East Texas State University in August 1967, I soon discovered that we had a new faculty member that had arrived 2 months earlier, and I soon got acquainted with Mr. Farhad Aslan. He soon spread the word around that he wanted to be known as Bill, not Farhad. So we all started calling him Bill Aslan from that point on. Bill was working on his PhD dissertation at TCU, and all the faculty of the department tried very hard to be accommodating to Bill so that he would have time to be away from the department, to travel to TCU to have sessions with his major professor. About 2 or 3 years after Bill came to East Texas State University, I got a call from the personnel office here at the university asking me to tell them what the correct birth date was for Dr. Farhad Aslan. I told them I did not know what it was, but I would find out. So I called Bill and asked him what his birth date, official birth date was. He said, I do not know. I said, could you come over to my office and let's talk about this? I had just received a form from the personnel office requesting information on Dr. Aslan. And so he came over and I told him, I said, the personnel office tells me they have 4 different birth dates for you. And that is a problem for them. They've got to have only one. And I said, while you're here in my office this afternoon, I want you to select a date that will be your birth date that you will use for the rest of your career here in Texas. He said, that's no problem. He even offered to let me pick a date for him. I said, nope, you have to do that. So you picked a date, and he said, okay, I've got it. I said, write it on a piece of paper, put it in your pocket, so you won't forget when your birth date is. And I pulled out the forms from the personnel office to ask him to fill that out with his new birth date. And he was so excited to get that all settled, and he said that what caused the problem was that the calendar in Iran and in the English calendar are not in agreement, and that is what caused him to not really know what his birth date was when he came to the United States. Bill was always doing very kind generous, thoughtful things for people around the department and the university and here in the community. He was known to be very helpful to anybody that had a problem. After he had been here about 6 to 8 years, I had a problem with one of my 2 cars, and I had to put it in the shop for about a week. So I came home after that first date of my car being in the shop, and I had a strange car in my driveway. I went in and I asked my wife, who had been over to visit and left their car. He said, "That's Dr. Aslan's car. He came to loan it to us until we get our car out of the shop." And Bill was always doing kind, thoughtful things for people, and he was well known for that. Many times when Bill went to Iran to visit his family there, when he returned, he often brought my wife Betty and me a gift from Iran. He would bring trays, plaques to hang on the wall, little rugs that were all native of his native country. And that was a very, very generous thing, and we have many of these items still in our home. Bill was a very reliable, effective math faculty member and university faculty member. He and Gloria were fondly regarded throughout the mathematics family. They regularly hosted the math faculty in their home for parties and dinners, along with graduate students from the department. This was a typical thing for the Aslans. We all felt very blessed to have Aslans in our mathematics faculty. We wish them a very happy retirement.
I had a Math 176 class with Dr. Aslan my freshman year. That was 2 years ago, but it seems like yesterday. I remember the first day of class, Dr. Aslan would introduce to me that we can introduce us that we can call him Grandpa. That was funny, and we all laughed. I also want to say thank you for what you have taught me. Thank you for your time and effort, and thank you for putting up with me and with all the questions I had in class. You always gave me straight A for being an amazing student, and today I give you straight O for being an outstanding professor. Happy retirement, Dr. Aslan.
I remember the first time that I came to know you was when you were my son's professor. He was a freshman. He was homeschooled, and he came up here pretty green, didn't know a whole lot, but you took him under your wing. You really made an impression on him and on me with the patience you had, and he still remembers you today, and he still thinks that you're just the most wonderful professor he ever had, and I really want to thank you for that. I remember I was a student here as well. I was working on my master's, and the semester after he had you, I was in the math building, and I came by to meet you because of all the things you had done for Jonathan, and you were so nice and so gracious, and I just wanted to thank you for all that you did for him. And of course now I work here and I work for the math department, and you remembered me whenever I came to work, and that was appreciated. So you just were a really good, wonderful person with him, and I do appreciate it.